Aló, aló, aló. I am here. I am here. We are live.
Good morning, everyone.
Hello,
Good morning.
everyone.
Good morning. Well, hold on.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
evening for
wait.
me.
Yes,
Got you, Patty.
yeah,
Remember to like and share, everyone.
Yeah.
it's
Hey,
8
Flona,
p.m. here.
Amy, how you doing? How you guys? How everybody doing?
Amy,
So,
Florida.
I really don't know what to say. I mean, I wanted to do a trivia type thing, but I'll wait until everybody actually come up and we'll do the trivia again. I know a lot of people like that. The trivia. I know a lot of people like the way I mess up whatever I say. They think that's funny somehow.
What?
Yeah. So I like freak out. But what I really wanted to say is that I love everybody. I love everybody that really supports me. Really have my back. It's been a long rough ride for 4 years, and it's time to hang it up. Time to hang. Time to
You're
you
so
know.
full of this right now.
Yes. They pull the other one, brother. It plays jingle bells. Now, come on.
Okay.
Yeah. Say, how you doing, country boy? What's going on?
Hey, guys.
No, I mean, I've loved, urban explorer. Doing looking at abandoned places and all that stuff. And when I done the one with Sean, where we were at this abandoned military place, it scared the crap out of me. Donnie,
No.
I think you had to run for your money when you scared the crap out of me over there in Vegas.
Oh, yeah. Somebody's trying to. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
What happened?
well, it was actually a bird that either a bird or a bat that scared the crap out of me. But before that, and I didn't, and I wish I was recording at that time. Before that, it was a rat that jumped down off the roof
Oh, man.
onto the floor, and it was a big one because you could hear it, boom, onto the floor.
Wow.
It scared the living daylights out of me. I jumped back. You could even ask Sean, and I wasn't recording at that time, man. It was a big rat that jumped down, and I got ooh.
Yeah,
Man, I would have screamed and run, Betty. It's all good. I would have
Yeah.
screamed.
I mean, I normally wouldn't. I don't know. I really don't know because when Sean and I was in there, we heard a lot of noises. We heard a lot of noises, and mind you, that was a place where they made explosive, and 48 people, I believe. If Sean, I think it's 48 people that actually died in an explosion there. They were building bombs and stuff, and like it just took off. It just blew off, and it killed 48 people. And me and Sean, we were hearing a lot of stuff, a lot of noises. We even heard once. It sounds to us like a door slam. Boom. I mean, it's in the video. It's in the video. Um, and we're saying, "Hello, is anybody there?" No answer, but we keep hearing noises and stuff. But it was fun. Hey, Raul, how you doing? It's my
hey,
brother right
Ro.
there.
Hey,
Um,
Ro.
but you know, I love that because you know why? It gives me that energy, that thrill. What they call that?
An adrenaline
Adrenaline.
rush.
Yes, yes, and I love that. I love that. I hope you played it over and over and in slow motion.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you were recording when I jumped out from the side of that building. I think
Man, dude, you
That
got
I
me
was so.
think
good.
I think I'm in first place so far this year, winning a trophy of the best prank so far.
Really.
Yeah.
Look, Donnie, when you
Uh-huh.
scared me, normally I don't curse in my videos. I don't do anything like
Oh, I
that.
know.
But when you scared me and Dustin, man,
I think both of y'all did.
yeah, we started saying some things, and lucky, I cut some of that part out. But yeah, it was good. It was good. But I just can't wait to do some more videos. I got more videos. I got some abandoned videos coming up as well, and all that stuff. But I mean, what scared you guys? I mean, I get scared pretty easily, but I love to get scared. To be honest, that's my thing. I love to get scared. I like scary crap, movies, whatever, whatever, haunted house and all that stuff. But what scared you guys? I mean,
Thank
Donnie,
you,
what
Andy.
scared you? What scared you besides your kids?
Yeah, they terrify me. Like I, I I haven't had any terrifying or terrifyingly harrowing times yet, so I don't know exactly what scared me because I try to push the limits of my own self. Like when I go to a paranormal place, I don't want to get up and just start running. If I feel something brush up against me or something like that, I try to
Right.
push my own boundaries. So I do a lot of uncomfortable things sometimes, but I have yet to be terrified. I haven't
Oh.
had like that manipulation around me to terrify me yet.
Mm.
I pray that one day it does happen, and it's not in a bad day, a bad way, but
Right.
I pray that it does happen one day, so I can actually say like, this is something you couldn't, absolutely not, you couldn't fake
Oh man. I mean, you know what I think?
You'll be
What
in trouble.
scared you? I mean, you've gone to this doing that Randa Nautica thing,
it. Yeah,
and you never ran into anybody that I mean, and I'm not talking about ghosts. I'm talking about living people. I know living people are more scarier than ghosts because
yeah. Now as
it's the
far
thing.
yeah, as far as like a living being terrifying me,
Uh
I have been I have a video, and I can't say specific details about it on your channel because I don't want to get you in trouble.
right.
But I was held. Um,
I was going to say, yeah, I
yeah,
can remember one that might freak you out. That
I was
one, because
held
that was human.
captive, so to speak, for
Yeah.
about an hour before the sheriff got there. And that's as far as I'm going to say with that. But yeah, it was pretty terrifying to not be able to just get in your vehicle and leave because you have somebody standing behind you. Oh, okay. I'll just stand here then. Thank you.
Uh,
Yeah, that's about it.
I have ran
I
into
suppose,
three guys that scare us bad at
see, that's an
Ghost Van
advantage
Bridge.
for me over here. We don't have to worry about a lot of the problem.
Right, right.
Um,
Really?
it'd just be the human problem, but not the extra.
Right.
Right,
So,
right,
little bit safer there in a way.
right.
But now I've done one, just that. It's still the human thing. That's mainly what I was worried about too, doing my first para challenge. We do have a few undesirables, a small city in the country, and it's a pretty good place. But like everywhere, we've got our problems as well. And yeah, that was my main only concern because I had my back to the main road, and it's got the footpath running right past the cemetery. So of course, that was my real only concern was the human factor.
Mm, mm.
So,
Well,
but for where you guys go, some of them places would probably freak me right out.
I mean, I've been to places that's haunted, and I remember a couple of years back we went to the haunted museum in Michigan. Me, Robin, Sean, and there was a part that those lines that it's like a strap that's hold from one pole to another,
Mhm.
so that'll keep you from going to um, the artifact and stuff like that. Well, there was a part I asked, if there was any children here, because they said there was some children that likes to play around and stuff like that, and I asked if there's any children here, and as soon as I asked that, that strapped, unhinged, because I wasn't nowhere near it. Rob was on the other side. Sean was on the other side, and the strap just let go, and it whipped right across, and you could hear that
So
scared.
was that in your video?
Yeah, that was in my video.
I remember.
And that
Yeah.
scared the living daylights out of me. I mean, I think I had to go to the bathroom like 3 times.
Final Destination?
Yeah, we did an investigation there. And I honestly, there's other things that happened there. Like, I wasn't recording, and my light, I had a full charge of light, and all of a sudden my light turned off. I turn it back on, got a full charge of light, and my light turned off by itself. I mean, that happened to me before at another investigation, but I guess, those kids like to play around, and that's the same area where that strap let go, and that scares me a little bit, just a little bit.
Oh.
I'm not surprised. I mean, that's definitely something you don't expect to happen.
Yeah.
When you're out filming, and okay, it was an older place. You were at an older place with historic items and things, weren't you, if I remember rightly? And
Right.
there could be something, but you certainly would not expect a strap thing to let go out of nowhere and zoom back and make a noise. That's for sure.
I mean, I don't know how that happened, but that's just nuts. That scared me. But I like that. I like to get scared, and that, to me, that's confirmation that the kids love to play around and get scared and scare other people and stuff like that. I mean, I would love to. But the thing is, with that, sometimes the places that I really want to go to and do that, they're pretty expensive. And some of the places, and I'm still going to try to do another Bad Rican solo at another Airbnb, a haunted Airbnb. Hopefully by October, before Halloween comes around. I'm hoping on it, but everything is out of my pocket. Nobody's paying for anything. It's out of my pocket. I'm not monetized. I could use the money for other things, but I like to do videos. I like to give you guys some entertainment, and for myself, I want to know what's out there.
Right.
I mean, to be honest, I'm a little skeptic still. I'm still a little skeptic of the paranormal, ghost. I'm still a little skeptic of the UFO. I'm skeptic of Bigfoot, and I want to go hunting for Bigfoot one day. I mean, if anybody wants to, pay for my trip and take me somewhere Bigfoot hunting, let me know.
I gotta say, need Amy to get in touch with Tex and get you out there with Tex.
Oh man, that'll be great, man. Because I really want to do that.
I have I have a 2-room tent, and a couple air mattresses. So we got somewhere to sleep. All you got to do is find the place, and we'll just meet up. We'll share a tent.
Oh
just
yeah.
2 rooms.
I'll do some glamping instead of camping. Do some glamping.
No, I gotta have me a fire every night. Don't use no
camping's not the same without a fire. Sucks here because during our good season, we have fire bans because we are who we are, and we have a lot of dry stuff and fires and things.
Well, you got some
we're not allowed to have fires when we camp anymore, really, technically.
Yeah.
I mean, Australia is a little, dangerous because I hear you got poisonous spiders, poisonous snakes, poisonous alligators, poisonous birds. I mean, you got everything.
Poisonous air, poisonous water.
Yeah, well, it depends where you go. Some areas are definitely a lot more dangerous than others.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to run into a croc, well, if you want to run into a croc, that's all like up north. So sort of medium down,
Uh-huh.
no cracks to worry about. It's all good. And really, where I am, the worst I've got to worry about is snakes, spiders, but you don't really see them very often. I mean, okay, the odd
Right.
spider or whatever, and in summer, yeah, be careful of the snakes. They come out to sun. But the worst I've ever seen is there was a blue-tongued lizard on an outback dunning in one of the camping areas. He was a big bugger too,
A
and I'm like,
blue-tongued
hey,
lizard?
yes, our old blue-tongued lizard. He's got a blue tongue, and
No
they
way.
get very grumpy and come and they'll chase you and stuff. But I was just like, hey, dude, I need to use that. Will you rack off? And he sort of looked at him, oh, a person, and ran away. you know,
Wow.
and
Man.
and even camping, I haven't seen huntsmans or the real big ones we can get. Haven't seen any of them.
No way.
So no, I've seen them in the car, on the car, and out of the house, but not out in the bush.
I heard
So-
those hunts and spiders are not very aggressive.
Yeah, no, not generally, unless you try and
Provoke
poke
them?
them or get rid of them, and then they can sort of come at you a little bit. But it's
Right.
not even really that they bite. It's just you've shocked them, so they're running at you,
Right.
and yeah, so
Yeah,
you
they
just
come
gotta
after
be
you. They're
careful.
running. You better run fast because they can run. I heard they're
Yeah.
as big as your hand, almost. They grow
Yes,
as
they
big as
can
your
get
hand.
as big as a dinner plate, basically. And the bird spider and things, they're pretty big, but they're out bush more. I haven't seen any around the town. So,
Basically,
yeah, snakes and spiders are about the worst. But honestly, there's so many people that go camping here. I mean, you just don't really notice them. I mean, we don't have to worry about bears and cougars and mountain lions and I mean, really, that no, I don't know how you guys camp over there. I would be way more worried.
Well, I was talking to Sean Saturday. We went to HorrorCon on Saturday. And
Awesome.
and he told me, and I didn't know this, that there were Bigfoot sightings in Illinois.
I've actually heard something about that. I saw something on
I
Twitter about that.
never knew that because I see Illinois a little boring because I've been here all my life, but I never. I mean, I know there's a rake, in one of the haunted forests that I went to,
Mhm.
and I heard some kind of weird a weird scream, and there was a part that scared the crap out of me because it was pretty close. And Sean, a long time ago, he was in that same forest, and he heard something coming at him screaming when he was younger, and he fled out of that
Wow.
forest.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
so
Yeah. That would freak me out, man.
Yeah.
I've heard some screams on some of these videos, man, that just, oh no, it's not normal. It's not an animal, and it is something else, like you just know it's something else. When, because I've watched plenty of videos now of so many of yous around the US, and I've heard animal screams, and and even ones that people are like, oh my God, what was that? And then they're like, oh, hang on, was that a this or a this or a this, and then they're sort of going one of the animals in their area. But some that I've heard, oh dear Lord, I believe just through those. There are things out there that we do not know about, and they are not a normal animal for sure. Can't be.
I mean,
I do believe there's a ton out there we don't know.
yeah, I mean, but the weird thing about it, as we get older, right? As we get older, we die, right? We died of natural causes or whatnot, I mean, it had to be the same thing with Bigfoot. I mean, you got to find some kind of like remains, skeleton, something.
There's a few different theories though that are interesting with Bigfoot. Hi, Christina. From being other dimensional beings.
I heard that.
You know,
Yeah.
they can camouflage all sorts. So, you know, I do get the fact why people are skeptical, particularly because there's no remains. You know, I think that's one of the biggest things, if there was ever proof, would be having the remains or an actual clear up close sighting, you know.
But see, that also goes to another rabbit hole, if you will. Um,
Mhm.
how do we know there's not remains that we aren't able to see? I
Exactly.
mean,
Yeah.
that's another rabbit hole that is for another day. But and I agree. I think a lot more people would be opened up and come to the realization if there was sufficient like skeletal remains or
Right.
exoskeletal remains, whatever. If there are goo inside, whatever. If we could actually see some of that, maybe there would be more that would be like, okay, that makes more sense.
Right.
But there may be a ton of it that we may never see.
I mean,
Exactly.
I've seen video of people. uh, I don't know if you guys seen this show on TV. What is it? Paranormal caught on camera about people like taking videos, and all of a sudden you see a Bigfoot in the horizon or something like that. Like
Mhm.
they notice something and they say, "Oh my God, there it is!" Bigfoot. I mean, some of the videos are like, I can't really tell if that's a real Bigfoot, could be a bear or something like that.
Yes.
But there are some convincing videos out there that there is something humanoid out there, all furred up, crouched out. But
Mhm.
when he gets up, he's like 9 feet tall, all
Yeah.
Yep.
big, and coming at you and stuff like that. I'm like, man, is Bigfoot real or he's not real? Or is that somebody playing a prank on somebody?
Mhm.
I mean, to me, yeah, he could be one of those, like what you said, one of those mystical, like transport portal type thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, is Nessie the same thing? Because they say they see Nessie and they search that whole uh what is
Yep.
that, a body of water,
Yeah, that's
and they
right.
can't find them. It that
Excuse me.
counts for him too. I mean, they say that there's a portal underneath the water with Nessie, and he could get in and out. So it really is hard for me to really believe that.
See, I think the thing is too, like with the belief, I fully understand that. I'm a bit the same, but there's a big part of me that is all throughout history. There have been things that have been written, that have been seen, or whatever. We weren't there. We don't know 100%, but the stories have to come from somewhere. And 9 times out of 10, even movies and movie plots, a lot of them come from real circumstances. You know what I mean? Like there's a backstory to everything.
Right,
And I
right.
think
Right.
if like most of us, we keep an open mind with this stuff because a lot of us have experienced things that are not normal, that are paranormal or cryptid or whatever, and we've had our own experiences, so we know there is the possibility. But
Mhm.
like I was saying on Nubby's Live, they've just discovered a small piece of a massive, massive lizard. Now, this goes with the indigenous Dreamtime stories of the massive lizard that would come up every so many years and come on land and do a heap of killing and
Mhm.
eat or whatever and then go back into the water. Now we're talking a massive lizard 30 foot long. Like this is talking prehistoric size.
Right,
And
right.
they've just found hi Ade, they've just found a piece of what they think is from under the scale from one of these mega animals from
Mhm.
50,000 years ago. So it
Okay.
may just be we haven't found the evidence yet.
Mhm.
So, Doctor, I want to reiterate what you were saying. Now, you said lizard, but a lizard isn't 30 feet long. Um, That's a dinosaur.
Yeah, no, it's an
That's
actual
Godzilla.
prehistoric.
That's not,
It's a prehistoric
all it is I
lizard.
know,
It's
I
a
mean-
prehistoric lizard, and yeah, it's a
Right.
megala something.
it's some type.
And
It's like a reptile kind of
yes,
type deal. Okay.
But remember,
Like,
remember, I don't know how they only explore. We only explore 5% of the ocean. Only 5%.
right.
You don't know what else is deep down there. They still say the megalodon is still around, which
Yeah.
nobody haven't seen yet.
yeah,
They only explore like maybe 10 to 15% of the forest of the Amazon forest.
Right. Yeah.
And they
Yeah,
still
exactly.
discovering different type of species.
yes.
You know,
Yeah, most definitely.
and you know, I mean, I want to believe, to be honest, that there's a Bigfoot out there. I really do. But until, I mean, I get it. They got footprints, hair. They can't identify what kind of animal it was. There's a temple. I forgot where is that. There's a temple that had a skull of a Bigfoot. But
Yes.
when somebody went to go investigate that skull, the high priest or whatever they are wouldn't allow them to
Yeah.
examine it.
See.
So how can I, the only way I could believe that there's a Bigfoot is seeing it with my own eyes. You know what
A
I'm
lot
saying?
of people are like that, Batty. That's why they're skeptics, and
Yeah.
that's okay too. I think, but for me, I look at it as anything is possible.
Yeah.
Because look at where we've come from. Look at the history of every country. There have been some amazing things back in history that we just would never imagine making, using, being real. The way they used to live, the way they used to mummify and put live animals into the tombs
Mm-hmm.
with the pharaohs, things, the different cultures and the different
Islam.
things around the world just make me go, you just never know,
Right.
it's just that something in me that go, and like for aliens, I'm not surprised government's coming out and admitting they've got this and that, because to me, in this vast universe, why would our little planet, one little planet in the entire universe, be the only planet with some sort of living, breathing life?
Thank you
Like
for
us.
saying that. Thank you for saying
Yeah.
that. That goes.
Yeah.
That goes to say, I believe there is other planets with life forms on them. I do believe that. I believe that they might be more advanced than us. That's why a lot of people see UFO. There was a UFO sighting here in Illinois.
Yeah.
And back in 2019. I saw the video. I never knew that. And it's on the south side of Chicago.
Mhm.
And when I saw that video, I was like, where was I? I'm always in Chicago. I'm always outside. I'm always looking up just in case, I want to see a UFO. But the ocean tried to kill me. Yeah, in North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
But
It was just trying to
and you are, and I believe you are correctly, correct, right, all that. Why are we the only planet? Why people think we're the only planet with life forms? There's got to be other life forms out there. If there are, I do want to believe. I'm a little skeptical of UFO. Also, I'm sorry about that. And this is just me. I'm not putting down Bigfoot. I'm not putting down UFO for anybody. You guys believe it? I respect that. I respect it with all my heart. And trust me, I want to believe. I'm a type of guy that I'm a see, hear all,
Yeah.
I want to see.
That's perfectly normal, Batty. Like we respect that too, because it is half the human race, if not more, are like you. Unless they see it, hear it, feel it, experience it, they're not going to believe it. And that's totally fine. You know, that's my husband, same. You know, he's very different kettle of fish, my darling husband. But he doesn't believe in a lot of things. Okay. As I've mentioned, I was brought up in a spiritual sense through my teenage years and through a lot of mediums and psychics, and knew a lot. And he didn't really believe in any of it. And, you know, Mum would have little, you know, do you really have to go? I've got a bad feeling. He'd get injured. You know, things like this. And just there's been a few things, and he and I experienced something together one night. And it was very unusual. He just looked at me and I looked at him and I went, he said to me, did you? I went, did you see that? And he just dialed right out because he'd seen something himself. And so he's a little bit more, now he's not exactly, because he was always scared of dying. And from a very young age, like he didn't understand why we were born if we were born to die. As I said, very different, my husband. Love him dearly, but, you know, it does my head in. But he now is intrigued by it and by passing over eventually, because now he wants to know, is there? You know what I mean? Like, so
Right.
I do get that, because until you've experienced something or you've seen something, a lot of people are very much skeptical, and that's okay too. I'm only like I am because I've had experiences, you know, so that's the only reason, because I've seen quite a lot of different things and had my own you know, like those premonition things very young and this sort of thing. So I'm more open because I've had my experiences, you know. So I totally get where you're coming from, Batty, and I completely respect that too.
Right. I mean, who is it? Amber. Amber said she actually saw a Wendigo.
Yes.
A Wendigo.
Amber's
I mean, isn't the Wendigo is that used to be a human at one point, and they could imitate the voice of anybody? Your mic, Donnie.
I guess I don't know what's wrong with your mic, brother.
But you know, no, same thing.
Yeah, but it's still playing up, mate.
Sound like you're an alien from another planet.
I was gonna say, how ironic is that? We're talking about aliens and it sounds like
the paranormal. How are you doing?
That's it. They've taken over his
Donnie's from the other planet. I know it.
Take me to your leader.
There you go.
That's better.
Oh man, I was hoping it'd be bad still.
No, it's regular now.
Always the way.
Take me. At first he would, and then he go, take me to your leader. I can hear you quite fine now.
Doggone it. It never worked out the way I wanted to. Anyway, I was trying to look up Wendigo and what it you know, what it originated from. And I can probably give you the definition right. I don't want to buy one on Amazon.
Isn't it great now? You type anything in and it just pops straight up to buying something, you know?
Yeah.
All right.
Hi, everyone.
All right. So the Wendigo is a mythical creature or evil spirit originating from the folklore of Plains and Great Lakes natives, as well as some First Nations. It is based in and around the East Coast forests of Canada, the Great Plains, the Great Plains region of the United States, and the Great Lakes regions of the United States, up into Canada. The Wendigo is often said to be a malevolent spirit, sometimes depicted as a creature with human-like characteristics, which possesses human beings.
Wow. That's crazy. I just want to take the time right now to say welcome everybody. Thank you for coming. I appreciate that. You know, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Um, I mean, we were just talking about, Bigfoot, all sorts of cryptids and stuff like that. Um, I wanted to point out. I want to go back to Bigfoot. There is back in, like, people have found like ancient drawings in caves of Bigfoot with interacting with other people. Back, I don't know, back in the Stone Age or whatnot. But you know, but at the same time, I mean, did they see those Bigfoot? I mean, but like I said from the beginning, though, if there is a Bigfoot, why they never found any skeleton remains? I mean, I get it, portal, something like that, but I would love to see something. I would love not just printouts of cast of foots and stuff like that or hair. I just want to see one, an actual. It
Somebody
could be a
did say in
skeleton or
chat.
something.
Somebody did say in chat earlier that supposedly they buried their dead very deep. So I'm not sure. I think it was Florna. But that'd be a good question to ask Tex.
Yeah. Hold on, what? The Bigfoot buried their own?
I think it was Florna. I saw a comment.
I saw that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed that. But they, you know what?
Yeah.
If that true, then they're more human than like us.
Well, that's a thought, Chapel, as well. Maybe they have, but have been misidentified.
Yeah.
It's another thought too. That it could be that they've been misidentified. Well, because the thing is, if they don't know what something is, especially if it's anything to do with government, they're not going to tell you they don't know what it is.
Well, that's a good thing, because there was a guy I saw on YouTube that he was driving by and he sees a mountain, right? On the very top mountain, he sees this big humanoid giant, right? Up there.
That.
The next day, he went back to the same mountain. That humanoid wasn't there. But what was there was government helicopters and stuff like that. The next following day or the next week or something like that, he went back to the same location and he sees tents all over the place. Now there, he started getting, followed to his house. He didn't know at the time it was CIA, the army, or something like that. So he was being followed. He's being watched. He sees a car in front of his house. When he went to approach it, the car take off. I don't know what the time frame between that, but I think it's been months or something like that he gets back on the camera, and he was saying that I didn't see a giant out there. It was all a prank, but at the same time he was looking off frame, like he was all scared, like there was somebody there, right? He's saying he didn't see. It was all a prank and all this and that. I think he disappeared.
From that video, there was something off. You could tell he was being forced to do that.
Right. So I think he was gone. He took everything off his channel. I think it was TikTok. I'm not too sure. He took everything off his channel. I think in about a year or two later, they found his obituary.
What? Yeah, that's the weird part to me. Suddenly he's dead.
Yeah.
So 2 months later. So and whether we know that's fact or not, I mean, I don't know whether anyone's actually looked into it. Has he just disappeared?
Right.
Did they fake his death, or did they kill him? I mean,
And see, that brings me up to a recent incident that you guys might have seen. It's been circulating social media, where the girl's on the airplane and she gets up freaking out, and she looks genuinely freaked out, saying that there's the person that she was sitting next to isn't real. And
I heard about that.
They literally had to stop the thing, taxi it back, let her off, and then but nobody has came back to say this is what it was. The girl hasn't been, as far as I know, interviewed by anyone. And
Right.
I think vodka. I think we were actually talking about this not too long ago.
Yeah, they look. There was when I looked it up. One part said that it was, because it was a person of color she was sitting next to, and that she was just racist. Another one said she'd been charged, but then another site said that she hadn't been charged. Like, then no one really knows what went down. There's all sorts of reports, but then it's just gone dead silent. There's nothing about it.
But okay, she was saying that that person wasn't real. What you think she was? What it was? An alien, a ghost, or what?
She hasn't been interviewed or anything to say what she was meaning.
I think I seen a video of her saying that she was cursing him out as well, right? She was like, that mother over there is not real, or something like that.
She used some sentence enhancers in there in her endeavors. But yeah, she was basically just saying they're not real.
Really? Satellite image shows a little white building on top of the same mountain. Yeah, I mean, I would love sometimes when I see these things, when I see these videos, I'm like thinking, are we part of the Matrix? Is our world real? You haven't seen the movie King Kong versus Godzilla? Where Godzilla was, I mean, not Godzilla, when King Kong was in this dome, he grabs a tree and he throws it up in the sky and it damaged the sky. It was actually artificial sky. It was like all like hologram. Everything was hologram. And I'm like saying to myself, I'm like, am I in my little own dome? Is this a real world? Am I real? Is anybody real?
A lot of people actually believe that. I mean, I don't know whether I personally do, but at times I do wonder. Lately, I will say, just little part of me does wonder.
Sometimes these videos really screw around with my head, with these cryptid, with these glitch in the matrix. I see a bird actually freeze in the sky while you're driving and just stay still. I seen freaking like clouds coming down from the sky and rolling down in the streets. I'm like, that looked like foam to me, That could be one of those foam from a dishwasher that came out, overfilled and filled up.
The birds one gets me. The birds one not being real. They're all robots. Oh, God damn. Mother bred birds, for God's sake. I mean, not saying it's not possible there's one, that they've sent out, or there's a few here and there, maybe, I don't know. But seriously, go towards a bird, go feed it. Look at the side of the damn road. Look at the road. They're covered with dead birds. Mm-hmm. They're not mechanical. They're icky and gooey because they've been run over, man. They're proper things.
That's true.
Vodka, they're making them smaller here. I've seen it going around at their smaller spots.
Oh, I've seen one, a bee. I've seen they've developed a bee that's tiny and mechanical. So I'm not saying it's not possible. There could be the odd one or two out there spying or doing whatever they're doing, but the majority, not all birds. Some people believe all birds are not real. So,
Donnie, you're an alien again.
I was going to say the gremlins are in there again.
Oh no!
There you go. You're back.
And I didn't do anything. I've been.
I think you've been going into that portal. You got to come back this way, dude.
Maybe it's the heat here in Florida. The heat it's cooked my microphone.
Now, see, the time slips. I'm wondering more if it's that when we've seen these frozen, because the frozen planes are more what get me than the odd bird.
Yeah, I seen that too.
But is that real? I'm only looking at a picture on the internet. Has someone just literally done a video? Are they that good at editing? They can just pop the plane in there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm not great at editing. So, but those ones are the ones that I wonder about more than the odd bird. Because, I mean, birds can actually, in the right updraft, they can actually stay still, or like the wings are barely moving, but they're basically hovering. Birds have the capability of doing that. So it's the plain ones. They're the ones that interest me are they real or not?
Right.
And is it a time slip rather than necessarily Matrix in a sense?
Right. Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Amber said UFO cloaks in clouds too, meaning they hide in the clouds. They actually make their own clouds and stuff like that, lightning and stuff.
Indeed.
I mean, I've seen video that UFO actually hides into the clouds, and they rocket out. They fly out fast too. So, I mean, it could be
there
possible.
Are some that are definitely dodgy, more like probably a government plane or whatever. But there have been some footage that just you're like, there is no way that we know of, unless it's secret, government stuff.
Right.
There have been, I think there was one, and there was at least 6 or 8 of these lights in the end. Like there was a good group of them, 3 or 4 of them. And they were moving in formations that our stuff just doesn't move in. They were backwards, forwards, up, down. But then more little dots of light joined them. I can't think of what channel it was on, I think it was somebody doing one on TikToks and things. And there was footage of these lights, and
Sean.
At the beginning.
Right.
Hey guys.
Funny. But yeah, those ones make me because of the movement.
Archie Mobus, how you doing? I mean,
yeah.
And speaking of, on the UFO thing, I've seen so many different shape of UFO. So do these aliens come out with new UFO every year like we do with new cars? I mean, some comes out with circles, some are saucers, some are triangles. I mean,
but who's to say it's not like we're many different cultures and races? Who's to say it's not the same up there?
Yeah.
Are we getting 20 different planets?
I mean, I've heard green aliens. I've heard gray aliens. I mean, I heard aliens with small eyes. I heard alien with big eyes. I mean, we just got so many different type of aliens. Well, what they say it is, and I would love to see one of those aliens myself. Like not too long ago, we were in Vegas, and when we came back home, they saw a spaceship or something landed in front of their house, and they said that they seen this alien that's about 9 feet tall and all that. But
while we were there.
Yeah. While we were there. Damn, that's crazy.
I thought it was in May.
Man, but it was just, I really want to believe. I really do. And that's the whole subject. I'm gonna title this I Want to Believe. Because I really want to believe. I could believe in ghosts because, of course, I've done the paranormal. I've been there. I've done that. But I really want to believe in Bigfoot. I really want to believe in UFO. I really want to believe, all those other cryptids out there. I want to be a hunter. Check this out. I want to see it for myself and believe it for myself. If anybody, like I said before, I don't want to offend nobody. It's just me. I just want to believe for me. I mean, if you guys believe it already, praise God. You guys believe it. I respect that, and that's awesome. Right. But I want to believe for myself. Besides, I make good videos.
Thank you, Frank. Good to see you.
Hey, Frank.
Good to see you too, Frank. Thanks. Yeah, as I said, it's only my own experiences, and when I think about things in a deeper sense, because I've experienced what I've experienced, I'm like, well, who am I to say there's not all these things out there? You know what I mean? Like I think to me, that's how I've come to the conclusion of being so open-minded to the possibility of nearly anything and everything in the world and the universe. Because I think back, and please don't take this the wrong way or get anyone offended. I really don't mean it in a terrible way. But the Bible, that's from a very long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fact from a very long time ago. It's history that we know of.
Mm-hmm.
But who's to say? I mean, as I say, I don't mean, I just,
right.
that on the side of my brain thinking a little bit bigger expanse, you can understand why some people don't believe. because realistically, it is still something from a historical, like from a very long time ago. We weren't there. You know what I mean? Like, so some
Right.
people go, I'll believe in God when I see him. You know, I'm talking about those people, you know, like,
right.
so it's similar in a sense
Yeah,
because
yeah. Well,
they
for
haven't
me,
seen him, and you know, that's not how it works. But anyway, you know,
right,
that's just an example. I think it's a lot of people are like that today,
right,
Batty. You
right.
know,
I
unless
understand
they
that. No doubt
experience it or
about that.
see it, you know, that then
Yeah.
they don't believe, and that's okay too, because you know we all have our own ways of accepting things
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
too, you know, and that's okay. That's what makes us all human and unique.
Right. And unique.
Because
Right.
if we all
Exactly.
believe just patent blatantly that's it, and we didn't question anything, wow, what a world would we live in?
I know, a boring, boring world. If we were all alike, similar, I mean, thought the same way, dressed the same way, talked the
Mhm.
same way, this would be a boring world. Very boring world. Because we would be doing the same thing over and over and over. But back to the Bible thing, me as a Christian and a true believer in God, I've seen miracles happen in
Mhm.
front of me. That's why I believe in God. I believe there's a heaven and hell. I believe there's demons and ghosts and all that stuff. I've seen all those. That's why I believe. I believe
Yeah.
with all my heart that there is a God and there is a devil. But that goes back what I was talking about. I want to believe that there is a Bigfoot, there is a aliens, there is all these other cryptid, and the reason why I believe is that I seen it and I felt it.
Yeah.
Now I know there are people there, they believe in Bigfoot. Some say they seen him. Some say they
Take
seen
him
him. I've talked to people that they say they seen him. I've
Yeah.
seen. I talked to people that they say they seen UFO. And I don't mock them. I believe them. I believe them.
Right.
But I need to believe for myself.
Yeah, exactly. And that's okay too. And that's what I mean. Like there's no harm in that. And no one's going to judge anyone for that, because if we didn't have skeptics in this world, oh God, if we didn't question things, we'd be in trouble. I think, so it's great to have that skepticism and be, no, I've got to experience it myself.
Right.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, Batty. And Amber, take him out. Batty, you go out with Amber where she goes, mate. Honestly, I've been watching her videos and oh my goodness. Amber, you so attract everything, hun.
See, Amber, she invited me to go to the woods with her.
Go, Batty. Go.
Oh,
man.
I would love to, honestly. I would love to. We're gonna have to plan that one day, Amber. We're gonna have to plan that. I would love to, but it might not be this year. It can be next year though. So yeah, let's talk about it. Maybe we'll do something. But Sean, remember we were talking on Saturday. We were talking about that you looked up that they were Bigfoot sighting here in Illinois.
Yeah, I had some plans. I wanted to start doing a live stream and to start talking about that stuff. I found a whole bunch of web links to sightings that are here in Illinois for Mothman, stuff like that. So and there's all kinds of other cryptids that I didn't really know about in Illinois too. So I'd like to touch on those and and start talking about those, and maybe even get out to some of these places and investigate.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we could definitely do that. Try to check them out, and go to these places and check out the sightings where they have the sightings at and stuff like that, and go there. But Amber, West Virginia. Oh, yeah, that's about 16-hour drive from here.
Yeah, the thing about Bigfoot, I did find out that when I was reading up about the cryptids and stuff in Illinois, I came across that Illinois is fifth in Bigfoot sightings in the nation.
Wow. Yeah.
Mhm. I was going to
And
say
you know
they've had
what?
quite a few, haven't
You
they?
know what?
I was surprised by that.
I didn't know that. I
Yeah, I
didn't
was
know that
surprised
at
by hearing
all.
that too. 'Cause I didn't think that we had that many Bigfoot sightings. Especially to be fifth.
Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. I mean, but Sean, my question is to you: do you believe in Bigfoot?
Not too sure. I need a little more evidence myself. I need to experience it myself. I guess. Right now, I guess I'm a skeptic, but got an open mind, and like I said, I'd like to go out and investigate and try to see for myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. I have this open mind, and or do I have a mind at all? But my mind is open to anything. I mean, to believe. I would love to believe, and to say that I saw a Bigfoot, a real Bigfoot, to say that I saw a UFO, to say that I saw Nessie.
That's for some evidence, even if you maybe didn't see it yourself, but maybe cameras that you set up and
Right.
how you're doing the investigation that caught it.
Right.
I'd still like to see it myself with my own eyes, but yeah, if I set up equipment and caught something, I'd be pretty happy that way too.
Yeah. And especially some nice clear footage.
Really,
Because
Amy?
isn't that always what everyone says? It's always murky and that potato film sort of.
I wouldn't trust Amy taking me to the woods at all, because she'll leave me there for sure. I know her. She'll leave me, and
You were right, sis. He's
she'll
worried
probably-
you're going to leave him there.
she'll probably bury me out there somehow. Say, come on, Betty, I'll take you to the safest spot somewhere in the mountain. And then she'd disappear on me. You know how little trolls hide behind the trees?
Oh,
Amy, I'm sorry. I love you, Amy.
oh, that one just got you to the top of the list of Golden Shovel. That ain't going to anyone else but you, brother.
Oh, come on. Hold on. The Golden Shovel is for my boy right there. My boy Donnie.
No, what? We're going to share custody if anything.
We went to the Ox to Sable. We've been to the Ox to Sable, Frank. I'd go back. Is that the one? Was that the one we got kicked out of? I have to look at that again.
Oh, the one
with the creepy old groundskeeper.
Yeah.
I'd go back just to see that groundskeeper, man. He was creepy looking.
He was creepy. He looked like that guy from Phantasm, the tall guy. But he was shorter. He was shorter though.
He was definitely creepy looking. When he said to get out of the cemetery, we okay, yeah, no problem, Dave.
I was fixing to ask if that's the one that asked you to leave.
What Amy said? Why? No.
Well, there you go, Betty. You're safe, brother. You put it out there so much, she will never do it to you. Because
Right. Knowing everybody else, they're probably rooting for her to do it to me.
what I would like to see is maybe get you and Tex together and all of yous go out Bigfoot hunting. Now, that would be something to see.
Yeah. Hey, you know what, Frank? Yeah, you're right, Sean. I think that is the place that we got kicked out.
I think so too. Right. I think it is. Is that does that have a story about a little mischievous girl there, Frank?
Yeah, that actually is a private cemetery.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's the one we got kicked out of.
Yeah, we got kicked out. We got scared and kicked out at the same time. We got scared.
Yeah, that guy was creepy. The groundskeeper.
He was creepy. He came behind me and said, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "What the?"
Yeah, I'm glad I was off, filming something else. And
yeah.
It was just that yelling my name. Hey, we got to go.
Hey, Sean, we got to go, bro. Man, you guys are always believing in this crap. I'm like, nah, you know what? We got to go, Sean. Yeah, you got. If you go there, man, be careful, man, because that there is signs out there that we missed, and it says private cemetery, private property.
Okay.
Yeah. But back to the cryptid thing and back for me trying to believe. I mean, I know Amy believe. I know Amy believe in ghosts, Bigfoot, cryptid stuff. Um, Donnie, do you believe? I know you
Man,
believe in ghosts. So do I, but
I do believe 100% of the paranormal have had experiences that can, validate such. Man, cryptids, it's with like Bigfoot and stuff. I've never seen a sighting, but I have seen tons of videos that do say it's proven evidence or what have you. But I'm also the kind of person that's like, you can't always believe what you see on the internet too.
right.
So I mean, using rational thoughts, which is really hard for me. I'm not a very rational person.
Hmm.
Um, but you know, using rational thoughts, you would think it would be almost impossible to get good evidence, clear evidence of something that has truly been elusive. And that also goes back to the whole thing of you saying only 5% or 10% of the forest and stuff have been you know uh, looked through. So
Wi-Fi dropped.
do, do I believe that there's other things out there we haven't seen? Yes, 100%. Do I believe it's Bigfoot? Do I believe it's skunk ape? Do I believe it's aliens? Man, I don't know. The world is full of possibilities, and
Right.
we're learning new stuff every day. So why not? I mean, I haven't seen it for myself to say 100%. Yep, that's 100% proven. You can't deny it. I, I haven't seen that, but in my mind, I want to believe that there's something out there other than just us as a human race and animals.
I mean, but that's also like in the realm that I was talking about is that I want to believe. I,
Right?
I
Yeah.
I I understand what you're saying that the world's such a big place
Hmm.
and there's so much to discover out there. And who knows that, skunk apes, yetis. That's another thing. Yeti is what, a Bigfoot family member? And,
Yeah. Yeah. Like a relative. Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I don't want to know a Yeti because that place is too damn cold for me. So, but, in the realm of the same family, I mean, Yeti, skunk ape, Bigfoot, Littlefoot, whatever you want to call them, um, they do have to exist, right? They do have to exist because there are people that seen them. Amber,
Right.
uh, I don't know. Amber saw a Wendigo. I mean, I would like to, believe there's a Wendigo out there. I would like to
Right.
believe, you know, um, there's aliens among us. I mean, do they look like us when they're here? Do they you know, sh- change their appearance to be human or something? I mean, all the possibility out there, all the answers out there, we will never know. To be honest,
Right.
because for one thing, the government's always hiding, hiding something.
Yeah.
Another thing is that there are some places out there that you know for sure that you'll find something, but we're just too scared to get in there.
Right.
You know, and I myself, to be in the woods all by myself, that's that's frightening. Just to think about it. That's scary. That's scary as heck. I mean, I would be in a haunted house by myself than being in the woods by myself. Because I don't know what's out there. I don't know what kind of animals are out there, It if there truly is a Bigfoot, do Bigfoot eat people? Nobody knows, right? Or are they friendly? Nobody knows because they're all trying to attack the Bigfoot.
Right.
that's the other point, you see, is what do humans do every time there's something we don't know? You know, if they come
Right.
across something, exactly. So why would they want to reveal themselves too often? You know what I mean? Like, I think that's another big part of it is all of these things that we question. Why wouldn't they hide? Why wouldn't they, not want to be found? Because first thing humans do is, let's kill it, cut it open, and see what it's all about. I mean, seriously, I'm not surprised, that we don't see them more often or have more proof, because that, I think, is a very big part of it. We fear what we don't know.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yes, we do fear of the things that we don't know. Because I do, when people go hunting for anything, aliens or Bigfoot, guess what are they packing? They're not packing a lunch. They're not packing anything else. They're packing guns.
Yeah.
And I get it. You want to be safe than sorry. It's like, you want to carry a condom and, be ready and be ready and not use them, then use them and not be ready. Something like that. That crap. Yeah. But Bigfoot are friendly, just tolerate.
I've been in the woods several times by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Now, initially I wasn't by myself, but either left the group that I was with and trekked out, get out of the woods and go home myself, or going to trek in to meet people that are somewhere in the woods. But yeah, I've been 20 times. And there was even at Bachelor Grove. I was there on a Halloween night, full moon, and we were in that cemetery at midnight.
I agree, Amber.
I have pictures somewhere from it. I've been trying to locate them, but I can't locate them because you'd see how Bachelor Grove used to look, how overgrown it was. It kind of looks how Star Grove looks today, is how Bachelor Grove looked back then.
Yeah. I mean, you and I been to Bachelor Grove. You and I been to Star Grove, and when we went to Bachelor Grove, I guess they have someone to take care of the place because it's always mowed the lawn and everything. But at Star Grove, everything's overgrown. I mean, you could barely tell if there's a tombstone there, because the grass is so high. If you know where that
cemetery is at, you could pass right by it and not even know it's there.
Right. But yeah, I mean, there's another cryptid that I really wanted to see, and in Panama, I went searching for this cryptid. Actually, they said that Panama has this, and it's these little blue Smurfs. They believe in Smurf in Panama. Well, in the island that I was at, they believe in Smurf, and I actually went into the woods, not all the way in there. But I went searching for Smurfs, and to no avail. I couldn't find any.
All you had to do is paint yourself blue and look in there.
Yeah, true. I mean, I would have take a picture of Amy and April and put them in trees, and
and he keeps digging that hole deeper.
Oh
man, but
I would love to see that, Batty. Honestly, I would love it if Smurfs were real. I loved Smurfs, man. I really did. I would love to know their.
But see, in Taboga, in Taboga, that's the island from Panama, one of the islands in Panama. They believe a lot of witches, Smurfs, elves. What else? I think that's it for right now. But there was they do believe a lot of witches. Witches that take form of one of your relatives. One time, the first time that I went to Panama, to the island, it was me, my wife, and my daughter. We two of our family members took it to the mountain. We wanted to go to the cross, and for some reason we separated. my daughter got lost in one end, my wife got lost with her cousins in another end, and I was going down the way we came from with my other nephew, and we were like saying, "Where's everybody at?" So I couldn't find them at all. But my wife was going down the path where my daughter took, and they seen my daughter, and her cousin says, "Don't go near her. She's a witch." I'm like, really? You think my daughter's a witch? Because there they believe that witches take other people's form.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Wow. See, this is what I mean. The different cultures around the world. This is what I'm saying. Like, there's been so many things from myth and legend, from cultures and races in different countries all over the world. So this is why I'm more of the open to anything, open-minded thing, because there's too many stories. Now, okay, to me, there's got to be a grain of truth in there somewhere. Otherwise, these things would die out. They wouldn't keep being told. The stories wouldn't keep going, like that's another example. That intrigues me no end, like that would be great, because same here with our Indigenous legends and stories and things with the bunyips and yowies and stuff, it'd be great if we ever actually did get to see them. But of course, some of these sightings, they go back so early, there was no way for them to get photos, and so it is word of mouth and writing them down and this sort of thing. So yeah, that's great, Betty. I'd love to know all about that.
Oh yeah, Amber, I gotta hang out with you. You've seen elves as well. I gotta hang out with you one day. Probably take a couple of days actually to hang out with you, because you've seen Bigfoot, Wendigo, elves. I gotta hang out with you.
No, I like them.
I
like the gnomes.
Yeah, we gotta hook up somehow. Yeah, it's probably gonna have to be next year though. But well, guys, thank you for coming. Yeah, we passed a little bit over an hour, but I thank you guys for coming. My panel. Thank you everybody on the chat for coming. I mean, I really didn't have anything to say, but man, we had a lot to say though about cryptid. That's a good thing, And hopefully Sean, my boy right there, starts his live soon. So
get some videos edited and out of the way, so I can kind of concentrate on that. And
all right.
I'm hoping this coming Saturday. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Donnie, you got anything coming out?
I am editing excuse me, Ricky is editing. Did I go crazy again?
No, it's all right. I'm giggling at AD.
AD.
Sorry, brother.
No, you're fine. I was like, well, did my microphone go weird again? But I have that video coming out. I'm still not saying where it's from, because it's a place that's very near and dear to me. But that video is going to be coming out soon. I am getting in here, not tonight though, because I'm sweating profusely right now. We're going to do another $100 investigation video.
Awesome.
This one is the German dog. This is the oldest dog that I have. So,
wow.
This one's, I'm hoping this one's going to be pretty good. And I hope we get a lot of stuff. My Pair Games video. I've got to go do my Pair Games video.
Yeah, this year I didn't want to do it this year. I mean, I really didn't want to embarrass anybody, of winning, taking every trophy. So yeah, I'll let you guys do it now this time.
The main trophy you're getting this year. Yep,
we know.
I don't even have to say it. Say it.
That's it. Daddy, if I can put my hand up and give it a bash, you can put your hand up and give it a bash.
How about you, Vaca? You got anything coming out?
I did just drop my first Paragames challenge overnight.
I've seen that.
So
yes,
that's come out, and probably I'll try and get one of my tarot hump days up as well today, ready for tomorrow. So yeah, so
awesome. Sean.
Yeah, I got uploading the HorrorCon video that we went to over the weekend.
Oh, awesome! I haven't even got started on that one yet.
I'm going to premiere that tomorrow night, probably after Jared's Appalachian stream.
Okay,
Uh,
awesome.
got other videos. I got the other video from Graceland is ready to upload as well. So I'm going to put the finishing touches on that video and upload that one to get that one up probably for next week. But I'll be, start editing another video, so I'll kind of be ahead of myself, and I'll start doing these live streams. So hopefully we'll get this ball rolling and take this to places.
Yes. As for me, I got a couple of I'm actually going to be working on a Panama ruin.
Nice.
It's a old Panama is a ruin. It's next to the museum that I just dropped yesterday, I believe, and it's pretty cool. I like it. It's really nice. And I also I'm working on HorrorCon. I'm gonna be working on another abandoned homes in Panama. So yeah, I got a few things here then. But for right now, my family, who I love so much, thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. I'll try next week to be on here. You guys have a blessed day. Enjoy the rest of your night and morning, Vaca.
Thank you. Have a great night, my brothers.
Yes.
Everyone.
And
Y'all.
I'll see y'all later. You have a blessed day, guys.
Good
Love you
bless.
guys.
Guys,
I love you all.
love you guys.